Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan with some really big news out of the Winnebago camping. This is not a false alarm like it kind of temporarily was on the whole Rockwood side of things there. But legit, this is what's happening moving forward as of right now. All Winnebago laminated RVs are being built with AZDEL in their sidewalls now. This is something I think a lot of people are going to look at as like absolute, like hallelujah, like it's going to be a really big deal for a lot of people. So there's natural questions that go along with this, like why now? Why not before? What's the deal? I have answers for those things. So forever, basically, Winnebago's had that beautiful high gloss T60 gel coat. And I wonder if Gene back here knows he's on camera checking his phone. Hopefully it's business related, right? Anyway. So they've had that beautiful high gloss T60 gel coat. It's really felt like a major part of their identity. And there's just nothing else that looks like it. But it was kind of painting them into a corner a little bit. It's very heavy compared to FRP, which means fiberglass rolled product, normal fiberglass basically, that the rest of the RV industry uses. It's very heavy. It's expensive. It can oxidize more easily. It can also be unoxidized with some oxidation remover more easily. So that was a bit of a push-pull, but I think a lot of people disliked the extra TLC that went into it. They were looking for something a little bit more hands-off. That all being said, though, Winnebago really struggled with this last year, and they said, we just can't get ourselves to go away from that beautiful T60 gel coat because it's just who we are. Well, meanwhile, their hands kind of got forced. And in the push-pull of things, it kind of feels like, man, I kind of missed that. But I think it's stronger. I think they're stronger now. And here's why I say that. They built this beautiful new production facility. And I would love to get my camera in there and record a walkthrough tour to show you how they are built. Because this facility, they're all CNC machine precise wall cuts, routing like a Montana fifth wheel or a Fusion fifth wheel. Their lamination presses and all this stuff. It's state of the art. They are one of the most advanced producers of laminated travel trailers, overnight. They're just like, wow, this happened. The thing is, Winnebago has a no cameras in my building kind of policy. As much as I would like to, I am not allowed to go record you a Winnebago factory tour. What might change that is if you folks leave a little bit of feedback in the comments below. If there's an overwhelming response, that gives me some ammunition to say, this is what people want. You sure you don't want to give it to them? But that's neither here nor there. I would really like to do that, and I think you'd probably like me to do that anyway. So when they built this new facility, they have these giant machines that they suction cup to the fiberglass, and they call them the octopus because it looks like it, and then it picks the wall up and moves it where it needs to. The trick is, the T60 glass was so heavy that it was the machine was having trouble grabbing it and holding onto it correctly. And dropping a giant heavy sidewall when it's 10 feet in the air is not obviously a good safe thing. So they started doing some looking into things, and they said, well, we can fix it if we go to the FRP, the rolled traditional fiberglass, Phylon, or whatever you want to call it. And they did that, and they said, well, if we're going to do it, let's do it all the way, boys. And they looked into it and said, if we go away from that T60, we save weight going to the FRP, and it still has, it's still a crane fiberglass. It's still got a lot of gloss to it. It's just not exactly the same. It's not like, I think from a distance, you'd never even notice the difference. But they did that and they saved weight. They saved cost. And then they said, wait a minute, we could offset that cost with AZDEL. Our walls will still cost about the same, but they will be a 1-2 punch where they weigh less for 2 different ways, which is actually, I think, a really good thing. Because if you look at their little micro minis, take a 2106 FBS. Those things used to weigh 3,680 pounds or something like that. Then they added some stuff and it crept up. Then they added some stuff and it crept up. And now they're pushing that 4,000 pound mark. They're getting real close there. And it's getting to be the point where some people are like, well, I don't know, that's starting to feel a little bit too heavy for me. So not only are they gaining the benefits of AZDEL, which I've done separate videos on it, and they have their own little literature they're putting out here in case you're curious. If you don't know what AZDEL is, it's a Luan substitute. It's lighter weight. The material can't rot, mold, or mildew. It's basically recycled pop bottles, so it's green, and the not in color, green and environmental. You get the idea. There's just a lot of benefits that go with it. The biggest thing though is that the weights are going to get back in check a little bit where they need to, and they're not really taking a price increase to do this because they're offsetting the cost of adding the AZDEL with the cost of the T60 walls that they had. It's kind of a bummer because I like the unique quality, and even the white Winnebago T60 glass, it was just whiter than everybody else. It was just clean. It had such a look to it. I love it. I absolutely love it. But if I'm being true to myself, I do think that their new build facility, construction, method, and material selection is a stronger overall product. And it's not coming at a price increase. And whew, that's rare. That's rare that this happens in this business. So here's the thing. What you're going to find in the RV marketplace for the next 6-9 months, up to a year, is going to be kind of a mix of the two, because they didn't intend to do this. This wasn't supposed to happen. And it's just it was a like, well, it did happen kind of thing. So right now there's all of that beautiful T60 high gloss product out there on the dealer's lots. If you like it, you better get it, because once it's gone, it's gone. There's no replacing it. If you replace it, there's no more availability of that super shiny fiberglass. Or you have the ability to get the peace of mind version and the probably lighter weight version in AZDEL. So it depends on what you want. What's cool is you still have those 3 color selection choices. You have that white, platinum, and champagne. That's one of the neat things about the FRP fiberglass. You can still get multiple colors, but there's still no red, green, blue, magenta, cyan, pumpkin spice, Winnebago colors. But I did like that orange. It just wasn't very popular. You still have the same color selection. You're just swapping skins, and you're changing the substrate under that skin. And that's really all there is to it. And that will be true of all Voyages that we bring in will have that. And everything else, the micro minis, the minis, etc., they will transition into the new conventional fiberglass with AZDEL sidewalls, very similar to like a Freedom Express that we have here at Haylett RV. So I'm excited for it. It's bittersweet, but I think it's more sweet than bitter, you know? No growth comes without a little bit of growing pains, and I really commend Winnebago, and congratulations to you, team, for reaching the volume status that you're at where you're experiencing growing pains now, because it means that you've gotten big enough that everything, but, you know, it's cool that you've reached that elevation, that status. Whereas previously they didn't have the volume to do that. Now it's just really cool to see how far they've come. I'm really glad that we were one of their dealers when they first got back into towable RVs. We've certainly been happy with them. Their service records are still just sterling and stellar. And I think I'm rambling at this point. I'm way off topic, but you get the idea. If you need to learn more about AZDEL, if you need to learn more about Winnebago RVs, you give us a call here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Doesn't matter where you live, we're happy to answer questions in return for the fair opportunity to earn your business. And that's why we put this information out there, so that you folks know exactly what you're getting for that hard-earned dollar, be it American or Canadian, although eventually we like those dollars converted into American dollars. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.